Hi everyone, my name is Teen, and our project is a food drive slash fundraiser that will be taking place at the St. Jude's campus of George Brown. So the main goal of this project is really just to bring the campus community together to help support people who are experiencing food insecurity issues. We are organizing a campus-wide initiative where staff, students, and even just members of the surrounding community can donate non-perishable food items, hygiene products, or even like dollar donations too. To make this happen, we would set up clearly marked donation spots around campus in just high traffic areas. So like the entrances, the library, student areas, and just basically common areas around campus. To promote this event, we would use social media platforms, we would use email announcements, and we would post posters around the school just to make sure everyone's aware of what's happening and they know how to participate. In addition to that, in order to encourage some more engagement, we're planning to offer some small incentives like prize draws or giveaways, since our survey showed us that this would motivate people to donate more. The whole idea is to make this process simple, accessible, and just rewarding so that as many people as possible feel encouraged to contribute. Overall, this project's really just about creating a sense of community at George Brown while making a real difference by just collecting these essential items and donating them to a food bank. This project is necessary because food insecurity is an already increasing issue, especially in a city like Toronto, where many individuals, including students, are facing these financial challenges, just struggling to afford basic necessities like food and hygiene products. Over half of the respondents to our survey said that they would be likely to donate. Most of these respondents saying that they would prefer to donate non-perishable food items. This shows that this idea is not only necessary, but also supported by members of the college community as well as the surrounding community as well. For food banks and community organizations, it helps increase their supply of these essential items, allowing them to better support these individuals in need. For George Brown itself, this project promotes community involvement, it strengthens the social responsibility, and it enhances the college's reputation as an institution that supports its students and local community. This means that the project delivers strong value with really minimal investment. Overall, this initiative is important because it not only addresses a real-life issue, but it brings people together to help create a positive impact within the broader community.
Our team is delivering this food drive through a clear and structured project plan. Once we defined the project scope, a work breakdown structure and project schedule were built to organize the work into major phases, assign responsibilities, and set milestones. Doing this gave us a roadmap for how the project would transition from idea to execution. First, we focused on planning and approval, where we confirmed the scope, requirements, and timeline. Knowing all of this was key to receive campus approval. Next, we moved into promotion and awareness by preparing posters, social media content, and student announcements to generate interest and participation. Once this was done, we planned the setup of donation collection stations by identifying drop-off locations, organized signage, and making sure the stations would be visible and accessible on campus. Then came the collection and organization stage. Here, donations are received, sorted, tracked, and prepared for delivery. Finally, the last phase is delivery and closeout. In this phase, donations were transported to the food bank, and then the project is wrapped up with a final report summarizing all the results and participation. To measure our progress we made throughout the project, we made sure to identify key milestones and specifying dates to meet them and ensure that the project is executed at a strong pace. Key milestones included campus approval by day 33, promotional launch by day 45, donation station setup by day 61, collection completed by day 84, donation delivery by day 109, and full project completion in 120 days total. All in all, this approach ensured that the project stayed organized, realistic, and capable of delivery.
So for this project, the total estimated cost is approximately $10,000. This includes both labor and material costs required to successfully plan and execute the food drive. So the majority of the cost comes from the labor. This is from the time contributed by our team members as well as the supporting roles from the campus admin and the food bag contact. So in addition to the project, it also includes material and operational costs, which is less than the $200 of the total. This will cover the essential items such as the collection boxes, posters, signage, transportation, as well as the campus booking. So although this project is cost effective, it heavily relies on volunteers and low-cost resources while generating a meaningful impact on the community.
During the planning of our food drive event, we came up with possible risk factors that might influence the success of our project, and we created some possible tactics to implement as quick solutions in the event any of these issues should arise. The first risk is low participation of food and money. This has a high probability. Given that it is a tough economical time for just about all of society, we'll give enough time for the team to promote the event heavily through social media, posters, and announcements to increase participation from all stakeholders as much as possible. Another risk is food and safety. Given that we cannot control the condition of all the donations and whether they're expired or not, we'll only accept sealed and non-perishable items and check the expiration date before logging and collecting every single donation. The third risk is mismanaged loss of donations. This has a medium probability of happening. To avoid this, we'll assign one team member to track all donations so that nothing is unaccounted for or lost in the process. This will ensure accuracy and efficiency. The fourth risk is no volunteers during the project. We'll actually have volunteers in advance and we'll create a schedule with the confirmed volunteers to make sure the event has enough support. The fifth risk is any scheduling conflicts with other events on campus. We'll figure out school events before selecting and finalizing the event date. And lastly, the weather, which may affect the participation of the food drive. This does have a low probability, and we've put in place a postponed date, or we'll move the event inside with a backup location that we'll have already set. Our team has definitely thought out the different risk factors that could influence the success of our event, and we feel like we have covered the basic necessities of what could happen, what could be unexpected, and how we can go about ensuring that nothing throws off our game for this project plan.